It was soon winter again on the island of Sodor. It was now December, and lots of people were busy doing their Christmas shopping. The engines were all exceptionally busy at this time of year, and Thomas was the busiest one of all. He had been working on his branch line, carrying passengers as usual with Annie and Clarabelle. One morning the ground was covered in white crisp frost, and Thomas and Emily often greet each other while on the usual jobs. Thomas was very proud for doing a great job on his branch line. However, Emily wanted to do a good job too, so she thought,
I wonder if I can help Thomas by telling him what he's doing wrong on his branch line. That would make me really useful.
So as Thomas puffed past Emily, who was just having a drink, she called out,
Hey, slow down, Thomas. If you go too fast, your passengers may have an uncomfortable journey.
Typical bossy boiler. I hate it when this happens. She thinks she's the new Little Miss Bossy.
I wonder what he's getting up to next.
Now, I wonder what you lot want for Christmas.
Santa, the Taskmaster, thank for the Great Discovery DVD. I see that the cinemas I bought you and Pierce Brosnan were awesome.
I hope I'll be getting Bob the Builder, Race to the Finish DVD, the Great Discovery DVD, Mamma Mia DVD, and even Little Miss Daredevil plush toys, since I was like in love with her after seeing the Mr. Men show on Channel 5.
Alright, snap out of it, you daydreamer. You've been dreaming about Little Miss Daredevil for 3 months.
Yeah, let's just talk about something else we like for Christmas.
Oh, alright. Now, where were we?
For heaven's sake, Thomas, stop talking to those children. It'll make you late.
Oh, for the love of coal! Little Miss Bossy Boiler! I'll have you know I'm never late! I'm a guaranteed connection, in fact!
Don't you remember the time the signal held you up when you had to get to Knapford before Bertie got there?
Oh, don't you dare remind me of that!
You know, Thomas, I think this is the first time you've been a bossy engine. So long, Grumpy Wumpy.
and Emily steamed away in a huff. This made Thomas even grumpier than before.
That's it! I have bloody well had enough of Bossy Boiler. She really is the queen of bossies.
Don't worry, Thomas. I'm sure she's only trying to help you.
Agreed! But I'm sure she's having a bad temper. We're sorry to see you unhappy, Thomas. I hope things will turn out better for you.
Me too!
Thank you, driver. And you two girls. But to be on the safe side, I shall never listen to Little Miss Bossy Boiler ever again. I don't want to hear any more of her yakking.
The next morning, Thomas was still sleeping at Tippler's sheds when his driver came up to see him. Wake up, Thomas. Time for work.
What sort of job am I to do now?
Well, it's just the usual. We have to collect empty trucks to take to the quarry, so we'll better get going. The weather's getting worse later on.
Well, don't just stand there. Let's get going. Unless you want to stand there and be a living snowman.
So, his driver stoked up the coal into the fire, and then Thomas puffed away to collect the empty trucks. Later, after he had gone, the Fat Controller came to see his engines with the latest weather report. Listen, all of you. There's a big snowstorm coming later this afternoon, so you all won't be here until Thomas has cleared up the tracks. Speaking of Thomas, where is he?
He's already gone, sir.
Has he? Well, sizzling sausages. It looks like I need another engine to help out. Any volunteers?
Can I help, sir? I could clear the snow up in no time, since I have big wheels.
Quite a good idea, Emily. And if you see Thomas on his travels, tell him that Sir Topham Hatt wants him to wear his snowplough. Got it?
Yes, sir.
And Emily set off to get a snowplough fitted. soon after a snowplow was placed, Emily was on her way.
I am really happy with my own snowplow. I wonder what Thomas will say when I tell him to wear his snowplow.
Ah, that hit the spot. Oh, bloody hell. This little Miss Bossy Boy.
Hey Thomas, what do you think of my snowplow?
Oh, I get it. She's only pretending to be nice. But what will she say next?
Anyway, Thomas, you must go and get your snowplow fitted. Aren't you listening to me, Thomas? Hello?
I can't hear you.
Go and get your blooming snowplow fitted, you lazy twat!
Yow! There's no need to shout, you blooming bossy engine. Anyway, 1, I don't need that stupid snowplow crap. 2, the weather looks fine to me. And 3, I don't need any bossy boilers telling me what to do on my job. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going... before I hear another minute of your bossiness. Good day to you.
Well, fine then, Thomas. Go ahead. Get in trouble. See if I care.
Dear me, I'm glad I wasn't part of that argument. Anyway, getting back to the script, Thomas soon arrived at the quarry to shove the empty trucks into place.
Whew. That's that job done. Next job, get back to Tidmouth for a long-earned rest.
But we better be quick, because there's a nasty snowstorm underway.
Oh, come on. Snow is silly soft stuff. It won't stop me.
You said that a few years ago, Thomas, remember?
Did I? Ha! Snow is silly soft stuff. It wouldn't stop me, to be honest.
Now, Thomas, you must listen to me. I want no nonsense, please.
Alright! Not really. Oh yeah, I remember now. But still, I'm sure the storm will be no big deal.
But Thomas was soon about to prove himself wrong, as the blue sky was overcast with nasty black clouds. His driver was worried. Oh, dearie me. Looks like there's snow clouds. I suppose we better get home quickly. Uh-oh, too late.
They're only tiddly snowflakes. What can go wrong? What are you so worried about, driver?
Well, Thomas, there's a dirty great snowdrift up ahead.
What the? Oh no! I can't seem to stop! Help!
Meanwhile, Emily had cut through the drift safely with the snowplow. She felt very pleased with herself.
I wonder if Thomas has landed in trouble yet.
Surprisingly, Thomas was attempting to charge through the drifts and was slowing down drastically.
We've slowed down slightly, driver. But why are we slowing down even more?
I don't know, but I'm afraid we can't go on.
Does this mean we have to stay here?
I'm afraid so, Thomas. Sure enough, Thomas ground to a halt.
Oh, why didn't I listen to little Miss Bossy Boiler?
Look here, Thomas. We're by a signal box. I'll go and call for help.
Busted my buffers. It's so completely cold. Where the hell is my driver? We should be back by now. If only I could get back to Tidmouth sheds. Then I would be warm again.
Then he heard the sound of an engine's whistle. Thomas cheered up slightly.
Thank goodness, I'm going to be saved. Hooray! Oh my God, here she comes!
There, you see? I told you to go and get your snowplow, and now look where you are, stranded in snow. Don't you remember that when you last got stuck in a snowdrift and...
Oh, for crying out loud, don't remind me!
Well, If that's how you like it, Thomas, I'll go back to the shed and leave you here to turn into a snow engine.
Oh, please, don't. I beg of you. I'm sorry for being a grumpy engine. Aren't you going to apologise?
Yeah, I'm sorry that you didn't listen to me about your snowplow.
Well, the reason I didn't wear my snowplow was that it made me hurt badly. And the previous one I wore broke off when I was delivering a Christmas tree to the village. But that's beside the point. Help me back to Tidmouth, please.
Oh, alright then. Just give me a chance to switch tracks, and then I'll put you back home.
Soon Emily pulled Thomas back to the yard. The fat controller was crossed. Good job, Emily. Now, take Thomas to get his snowplow fitted. And you've been a very naughty engine, Thomas. You must learn to listen in future. Understand?
Huh? I didn't know you wanted me to wear my snowplow, sir. No one told me.
Oops! Sir, I forgot to tell Thomas you told him to wear his snowplow. I was only being bossy to him. Now I'm really sorry.
What? You mean I have two engines that don't listen to me? Well, I never. Emily, you've also been naughty. You two have caused enough trouble on this snowy day.
We're sorry, sir.
I should jolly well think so. Emily, take Thomas to get his snowplow fitted at once.
Yes, sir.
Dear oh dear, I don't know. What are those engines coming to? It's bad enough having to miss me porridge at breakfast. Later, as soon as the workman finally fitted Thomas's snowplow on, he now felt a little happier and apologised to Emily again.
Hey Emily, I'm really sorry for being so badly tempered with you about my work. I know you were...
Just trying to be helpful.
You took the words right out my mouth. Thanks for owning up, like a true friend.
It's quite alright, Thomas. You've been a good friend too, and I am sorry for being a bossy boiler. But next time, if you want to stay out of trouble, just remember to listen and do what I say. Got it?
Well, maybe.
When the blizzard stopped, Thomas set to work. He had to clear up the snow which had fallen onto the tracks. He had to work hard all day to keep everything running again.
That was harder than I thought, but I must go on. The others are relying on me.
After he finally finished, all the engines were back on track. No more snow had fallen, and they were happy about it. The engines thought Thomas had done a good job clearing the line. They decided to plan a surprise to thank him for all his hard work.
I think Thomas should be rewarded for clearing the line, so why don't we think of something?
Why do we have to do that? I bet the children love Thomas as he has been since Series 8.
Oh, be quiet, James. Anyways, we all have different things to do for the surprise in time for Christmas. Emily will bring a tree to the village station. Percy gets a pull of trucks full of presents. And everyone else helps them as soon as possible.
Hello? What's going on? Did I hear that you lot are planning to surprise Thomas as a thank you? Eh?
That's right, sir. We feel it's right to show our gratitude to Thomas for his clear-up operation.
Yes, but shouldn't we keep the surprise away from Thomas till Christmas? There's only 3 days to go till then.
Yes, I completely agree with you on this, Henry.
Good thinking, Henry. Now, remember all of you, we must all keep the surprise as a secret whenever Thomas is nearby.
Yes, sir.
Later that day, Thomas had just finished his branch line run and was looking forward to get back to the sheds with the other engines. As he passed Dry or Airfield, he could see Toby was talking to Harold with the helicopter. They were planning a surprise for Thomas, but they knew they had to keep it a secret.
Hello there.
Remember, Toby, don't tell Thomas about the surprise. Spread it to the others and keep it a secret whenever he's around.
Harold? I can't understand what you're saying if you keep whispering like that.
But Harold flew off. Toby was still there.
Toby, what's going on? What's all this about?
Sorry, Thomas. I forgot to shut the trucks for Mavis. Goodbye.
But wait, Toby! Error. Oh, botheration. He's gone already. What sort of surprise are they on about?
I don't know, Thomas, but come along. We've got work to do as well. That night, after Thomas finished his shunting work in the yard, he went back to the sheds for some rest, and was about to tell the other engines about what Harold and Toby said to him when they had fallen asleep. Or had they?
Eh? Oh, pah! Looks like they're sleeping early tonight. Oh well. Suppose I must get some rest too. Ready for tomorrow's work.
He's asleep already.
Yes, that plan of yours has worked, Percy. Good job.
Quiet, fellas. We don't want to wake him. I think it's time for us to rest as well. Good night.
And they all fell asleep. For real this time. Next morning, Thomas woke up with a start, only to find the other engines had already gone.
Well, I suppose you have to gather any incurable for our branch line run again.
As he was puffing along, Thomas was wondering about the other engines and the surprise when he saw Percy waiting at Mayfleet Station. And then he saw his trucks, full of lots of presents.
Hey, Percy. Is this part of the surprise then?
Hello, Thomas. Well...
What is it, Percy? Come on, speak up, please.
Oh, sorry, Thomas. Let's get to work. See you later.
How strange. First Harold, then Toby, now Percy. What are they trying to hide? The moon landing hoax?
Come on, Thomas. We don't want to keep the coaches waiting.
Huh? Pardon? Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me.
After Thomas collected Annie and Clarabelle, he had to stop at the junction signal. As he waited, Emily arrived with something pointy and long on her flatbed.
Wow! Gosh, Emily, isn't this a part of the surprise too?
I'm sorry, Thomas, but that is for me to know and for you to find out.
Then the junction signal changed, and Emily puffed furiously away with a long pointy load.
Now Emily doesn't want to tell me what the surprise is about. This is getting ridiculous. I'll show you what it is, and I'll follow it and find out myself.
So Thomas secretly follows Emily. She didn't even know he was right behind her.
Yes, it's working. I'd better keep following her to find out more about the surprise.
Unfortunately, that didn't last long, because Emily turned onto the other line past the signal box. When Thomas caught up with her, the signalman changed the points, and he had to go straight ahead without her.
Oh, that's just brilliant. That stupid pig-brain gunned ahead of a signalman. Never mind, forget all that. I'll get the passengers to Farquhar and go back to the sheds after that.
That evening, the Fat Controller gathered all the engines and Harold at Titmuth's sheds. They were all talking about how Thomas would feel when they gave him the surprise.
I can't wait to see his face.
Me neither. I think he'll be surprised.
Yeah, I suppose we did a great job keeping it a secret for Thomas. Shh! Here he comes.
Hiya, what's going on, everyone?
Do you all remember not to tell Thomas about it?
Yes, I'm sure we have.
Eh? What's wrong with you lot? Hello?
But none of them were talking to Thomas. Now he thought he was being left out even more.
Well, that's just fine. If you won't tell me about this so-called surprise, then, frankly, I don't want to know. Goodbye.
And with that, Thomas puffed crossly out of the sheds and went to look for somewhere else to stay where no one wanted him. However, that night, the only place he could find was a lonely siding with a signal box and an empty coal bunker. With only a few pieces of coal left in his bunker, Thomas could hardly turn his wheels. He was stranded and was left alone.
Oh dear. Now this is a lonely situation. I wish I was back at the sheds with the others. If only I wasn't so cross with the other engines. Now they're going to do the surprise without me.
Bless you. Now, it was the 24th of December and all the engines were busier than ever with the surprise. They were glad Thomas wasn't around all day, and at Knapford it was now finally ready and waiting for Thomas to return. But that evening the engines were worried about Thomas now.
I wonder where he's got to. Maybe he's on his branch line or something.
Maybe. Or perhaps he's gone and got himself lost.
I did see him leave the shed in a temper. I think it's because we were very secretive with the plan that he went off. We need to find him so that we can give him the surprise.
Well, I know just a professional we can rely on. Now, Harold, I would like you to go and find Thomas at once. I think he might be lonely, and it's now time to tell him about the surprise.
I'll do my best, sir. Don't worry. I'll find Thomas and you lot. Go to Knapford and wait for him once I find him, okay?
Will do, Harold.
Meanwhile, Thomas was still alone and beginning to feel homesick. Then suddenly, he heard a familiar whirring sound.
Hang on. I know that noise anywhere. Hey, Harold.
Oh, there you are, Thomas, old chap. All the engines are worried about you. The surprise is waiting for you.
Really?
Certainly. First things first, though. Collect Danny and Clarabelle, pick up some children and take them to Knapford Station. That will lead you to your surprise.
So, I won't be left out anymore then?
Of course not, old boy. All the engines knew what they had done, so Topham told me to find you.
I'm glad you did, Harold. Thanks for cheering me up. By the way, do you know where I have to collect Annie and Clarabelle and the children from?
Edward Station, Wellsworth. Now off you go.
I can't. My bunker's empty.
Oh, I almost forgot. We just brought you some more coal for you to get ready.
Thank you again.
Soon his driver loaded Thomas with coal he got from the sack into his fire. The steam was ready to blast out and his boiler soon bubbling again, and at last he was ready and getting warm.
Ooh, that's better. Goodbye, Harold, and thanks for everything.
Good luck, old boy.
Hello, girls. How are you doing at Wellsworth?
We're ready to take some children to Knapford for your wonderful Christmas surprise. It's a special thank you from your friends.
Ah, I see. Right. Coupled up. Check. Waiting to go. Progressing. Next stop, Knapford Station. Off we go.
Thomas was soon trotting through a dark, snowy countryside. He was becoming excited, and so were Annie, Clarabelle and the children.
Right then, we just passed the bridge, and we're almost at Knapford.
As he arrived at Knapford, there were all the other engines, and lots of crowds looking at colourful lights, buntings, balloons, and there were shops full of wonderful toys for Christmas. And there, the Fat Controller made an announcement. Ladies, gentlemen, and children, I would like to make an announcement. I'd like to thank our old friend Thomas once again for clearing lots of snow on Sodor. Everything is back to work again, all thanks to him. So, we all like to give him a surprise for what he did for all of us on the island of Sodor.
Oh my! How wonderful! So that's the surprise I never knew. I really don't know what to say. Thanks very much, all of you.
Well, Thomas, I'm afraid this is not the only surprise for you. There's another one which is much bigger. It's at Mountain Village Station.
Yes, indeed, Henry. Now, Thomas, I'm sure that you'll like the surprise at Mountain Village Station as much as this one.
Well, sir, I'm sure I will.
And eventually...
Wow! Now this is even better. A Christmas tree. God, I feel so young again.
I'm glad you cheered up again, Thomas. By the way, we got something for you too.
You old son of a gun. Tinsel. Oh, this reminds me of the good old days. Ah, oh, the memories. This is the best surprise I've ever had. I sure am enjoying myself.
And he most certainly was. That night at the sheds, Thomas had something to say to the other engines.
The Christmas party at Knapford was wonderful, everyone. Even though you kept it a secret from me, it was certainly worth waiting for. It made me remember all the Christmas parties from season 1 onwards.
You're right, Thomas, and I also enjoyed the party at Knapford.
We've all enjoyed it, Percy.
Yeah. Oh, after all that excitement, I feel pretty tired.
Yeah, me too.
And I guess you know what this means now, don't you?
And if you guessed right, they all fell happily asleep. Even Thomas, who was the sleepiest of all.